Finally, we have another track from Lamb of God off of 7 STURM UND DRANG, which is due out later on this summer. The song is entitled 512 or 512, whatever the significance is. I have a strange feeling it may have something to do with prison, all things considered, because now we have had two songs really come to our attention, audio editions at least, for this album, and it seems to both certainly share that theme, and this is definitely an album that's going to have a lot of that personality to it. Now, like Still Echoes that preceded it, this is another track that is very, very blistering. Now, we have heard some pretty aggressive stuff out of Lamb of God in the past, and it's been aggression that has been very channeled. Either that or it has had a certain degree of unpredictability to it, especially in the earlier years of their career. I'm thinking about them specifically like New American Gospel. These two songs both sound exceptionally focused, very, very precise, almost hairline precision on these tracks. Very, very much knowing exactly where they want to go with it, and not really wanting there to be any sort of surprise. This is something that wants to be as direct, as in your face, as real as potentially possible. And 512, like the song that preceded it, really does that very well. The intro to this is one that really it establishes the idea very nicely. Think about how we just talked about the first Ghost song from their upcoming album. Whenever we talk about Thursday, we talked about how that track really delivered the atmosphere prior to there even being any sort of vocalization, or before we even hit the main idea. This is something that's built in very nicely with 512 as well, that really establishes that whole core idea. And I have to say, the vocals that you hear out of Randy on this track, there are some moments where I think these are the most strained and most savage vocals that Randy has ever attacked a microphone with in some locations. There are some noises emitted from his body that I can't recall at any point in the past from my Lamb of God listening ever hearing. And that's a good thing, because it shows that there is a real element of truth behind this song. This is one where he is not holding back whatsoever. And that's where I think that personal idea that we explored in Still Echoes really echoes once again with 512. This is a track that really showcases that same principle, which leads me to believe, as not only a reviewer, but as a music buff, music nut, whatever you want to call it, that this whole entire album is going to be filled with this same element that we hear on these two tracks. The guitar line on this is certainly one that helps to boost the overall darkness, I guess, that is cast by the vocals that are in front of it. So it's one where the two couple together to really craft a very nice scene. It paints a picture of desolation. It paints a picture that is not a very pretty one. You can almost see the grime and the dirt all around you with this one, and it's almost as though you are walking along the same hallways, or perhaps in the cell directly next to Randy. Wow, another crushing track off of this album. It only drives the excitement level up even further for whenever 7 STURM UND DRANG comes out later on this summer. What did you guys think about 512? There's a link in the description in case you're viewing this because you love me and had no idea that this track was out. There is a link below. Go check out the song. We have every reason in the world to be excited for this album, and really to be excited for this band. So let me know what you thought about it below. Thanks.